when you spoke to your disciples just before you left them, you spoke actually about the revealing of yourself as a cosmic Messiah to the world, that every eye will see him, every knee will bow. As the lightning flashes from the east to the west, so is the coming of the Son of Man be. And not to seek you in small places, like we're here today. Mm-hmm. So my question is there a chain of events still to happen where you're going to be revealed in that way that you spoke to the disciples?
Firstly, I never said those words. They were written by revisionists later who wrote those words. But there are certain truths in those words. In that, yes, there will be ways in which once I'm in a certain condition and once my Father is ready to demonstrate these things, that all of a sudden there will be different shifts in myself and the 13 others who are here too. And it will become obvious to people that there is something very different happening. So what's happening now is just sort of the lead up to that, if you like, or what's going to occur leading up to these events. But there is a lot to do with my own choices about experiencing all of these things beforehand. Because in the first century, I did not experience the real depth of human misery. I wasn't personally in that state, and so I didn't experience that depth of human misery that the majority of others around me were experiencing. I had some terrible events happen to me, where I was tortured and so forth, even before I was crucified. But because of the state I was in, they did not have such a terrible effect upon me emotionally. So what I chose to do when I came back this time is to actually experience the depth of human misery. I was one of the few people in the spirit world that hadn't experienced it. And so I felt quite at a disadvantage in the spirit world for much of my life. And my own soulmate had much more understanding than I did about the depth of human misery and how difficult it is to come from a condition of feeling sad and despairing and to progress towards truth. So she had a lot more understanding than I had, and so one of the reasons why I wanted to come is to actually experience those things too. But in the future, yes, there will be some major things occurring which will become very plain as to the truths that I'm talking about now, who the 14 are, and what their role will be in terms of helping and assisting the world get into these new conditions. And not only that, the majority of you will be involved in some way with what's going on, and the majority of you will get into the same condition we will be in. And so you will also have such a powerful effect on everyone around you as well. So it's important to understand that, yes, there are going to be some pretty large things occurring where we can actually go from place to place without needing transportation and so forth, where every eye will see us and every eye will have the ability to make the choices of truth. So, one of the things that concerns me a lot is this feeling that, like in the depths of Africa, how does somebody earning $1 a year, right, or $1 a month, ever pay to do a development course? They can't, can they? They're just subsisting. So that person needs the truth just as much as you need it. So who's going to bring that truth to them? Can you see what the dilemma is? Somebody has to learn the truth and be in a position to be able to bring the truth to them as well. And so the way I see it is that everything around the earth has to occur in such a way that in the end the truth is known, that the truth is free, and that every person in every soul condition in every place of this world can actually be presented with the truth. And that's where it's going to go over the next 5 to 10 years, exactly into that place.